the most important thing is trust in a relationship. And I think for me, I probably see relationship in maybe two different ways. There's the what I call the pre-relationship, where you actually get all the boys into the yard. And then there's a relationship where you actually pick the boy whose milkshake you want to interact with. So that kind of helps you to sift out the wheat from the chaff, or whatever the old people saying is, you do know about that. Trust is very important. Trust, as in, how, let's say you're with somebody and you've been with them, you're in a relationship, and then you hear or somebody says, oh, so and so, your guy did this somewhere. You need to have the trust in a relation where you're like, nah, that's not I don't know who you saw, but that was not my man, sort of thing, or that was not my woman. That to me is trust. Like, you have to have utmost trust in the relationship. And also, and I remember a young lady asked me once, she said to me, oh, you and your husband look so happy together, this, that, the other. What's the secret? I said, there's no secret. And she goes, oh, how do you know he's the one? I think she was seeing someone and she was maybe having that. And I said, it's the one when the person gives you peace of mind. So there's trust, but then there's also peace of mind. And for me, those are the key things. You don't want someone that you're worrying, oh, where are they, who are they talking to, where they go, and try and track them and all that, African-American type of stuff that you see on the Ratchet TV shows, which is what I've been binging on for the last 2 weeks. So excuse me if I drop some B-bombs up in here. But yeah, I've been watching lots of fights and stuff about men. But those are the two cornerstones for me. And then on top of that, you do have someone that has to make you laugh. You have to have someone that you can gist with. In my marriage, we can pause the TV and we can gist for an hour about the most random stuff. We can talk about politics. We can disagree, because I got a few of my friends to send me like their ideas, so their notes on what they needs and what. Yeah. And a couple of them did mention disagreements. You have to have someone you can disagree with. You can have a debate with about this and this, but you come away, you're still friends. There's no beef. There's no nothing. But I would say trust. And what's the other thing I said? I forgot already. What was the other one? Trust is the other pillar of it.
Milkshake.
No, that one is in the preamble. Remember, I said to you, there's a pre-relationship and then there's relationship.
I think respect is key. You have to sort of respect each other and be able to support each other. But you keep mentioning pre-relationship. Now I'm going to open up the box. I'm actually going to open up the box.
Wait. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. You said respect here. I agree with you, but just one point on that, yeah. Respect is very true. It's a massive thing. You have to have respect for your partner. But I'm going to be very honest with you, right? Sometimes when you're really close to someone, when you love them, you end up disrespecting them in terms of, like, if you have a fight, you're angry, you shout at them, you call them names. It shouldn't happen and it's not right, but sometimes that happens in relationships. So it's weird sometimes that respect is meant to be, that's the person you love, you're meant to respect them the most.
Well, from the respect you have from that person, you will then figure out what you've done wrong in order to make amends.
Absolutely.
But we do that with everything. With everything we respect, we tend to break the rules that go around it and then work our way back up. And it's due to the respect why we do that.
Yeah.
But yes,
I do think the disrespect thing that Tyler mentioned, the closer you are to somebody and the more time you spend with them, the more likely you are to disrespect them. It just comes as a given, as in, forget man-woman relationship. Look at parents and children. At some point, your child, when they get to a certain age, mine is only 3 and he just tries to disrespect me sometimes, but I have to remind him that I'm still taller than him for now. So, it's easy to maintain that respect. But at some point you hear parents say, oh, my son or my daughter disrespected me, now they have to be kicked out of the house, blah, blah, blah. So I think when you have, I'm trying to remember the phrase. There's a saying all people say, and do let me know. But that thing of something breeds contempt and disrespect and whatever. There's some sort of saying that the old Nigerians normally say, which I can't think of right now. But yeah.
Because what I'll say, although we've got, as we said, respect as well as disrespect, but that's where the tolerance comes in. So we learn to tolerate each other with the habits, the things, because once you get close to somebody, you start seeing the bad habits and the things that in an initial part of the relationship was all glossed over. And then you start seeing it and building to sort of love them and tolerate them at the same time.